then it is rewarding and it's a rewarding environment for our office. So our reward, including rewarding environment for our office. So ULCCS made the reality by leading, managing and funding us. The creativity is not limited to space. We have spread our wings to science, technology, engineering, mathematics as well. Our webinars stand a testimony for it. More than 60 webinars were held. I welcome with all my humility and warmth our president of this function, Padma Shri M. Chandra. A highly distinguished ISRO veteran turned mentor to the Chief Minister of Kerala. Sri Rameshan Paledi, Chairman ULCCS, the leading light for us. I greet you, sir, a warm welcome. Outstanding students, highly talented ones are our assets. I warmly welcome Abhinand, Noor Jalila, Arya Raj, I understand she is on the way. Bharat Srijit, Varun, I think Varun is busy up there, who made US Space Club a proud India are in the and they follow our way very closely from far away from here. The welcome, and I do so with all happiness. Backbone of our space club. Backbone of our space club is chosen as the best teacher this year. I see several invitees who are equally worthy of special mention, special welcome. My friend C.B. Karta, I expected him, I think he's done. C.R. Thomas, both are distinguished scientists of VSSC. They promised to come, they may come. We have with us District Judge R.L. Baiju. Arya Raj in her admission to ISRO. There are several other men and women To achieve it, we ask the student leaders like Varun to lead and manage your space club activities. It has generated good impact. Very first webinar on 23rd May 2020 was organized.
Honorable our President of this program, MC Dattan sir, and Honorable Geeta ma'am, respected Dean of Professor and Registrar of IAST, Vaidyan Krishnamurthy sir, our dearest Ramesh Chatterjee sir, and all other respected dignitaries on and off the dais, and our whole and sound Kuti sir. The duty vested upon me is to say that how the space club is benefiting the students, and the time given to me is only 10 minutes. So I don't know whether I can make any justice to this duty using this time. So I just remember some of the occasions where I think that the space club is benefited to me so much to form my thinking, my perspectives, as well as my knowledge. So first of all, I will start with the event where I met Kuti sir, and I met Kuti sir in a class. First time I met Kuti sir in a program in Calicut, Swasraya Bharati. It's a big program happened in Calicut many years ago when I was a small kid in the 8th standard. So I went for the program as a part of the school representative. So when I went there, there was our former SHAR director, Dr. Kunjikishan sir was there. So I asked a question to Kunjikishan sir. Later, I got introduced to Kuti sir from that stage. Later some month, Kuti sir came to take a class in Vagmananda AG project, and from there I got introduced to Kuti sir. And Kuti sir took me to Bangalore, all the way from Calicut to Bangalore. First time I was outside Calicut in a metropolitan city. I don't know anything. So he took me to Bangalore, and that was an amazing experience. So first time I was exposed to a space sector directly, and there I got a plenty of experiences, and still I remember my interactions with UR Rao sir. UR Rao sir was inaugurating the space camp 2016, happened in IAC, Indian Institute of Science campus. Indian Institute of Science, we know, it is #1 university in the country, and getting to Indian Institute of Science for a camp was a dream for me. And when I went there, UR Rao sir is there. He is interacting very kindly. Dr. V.N. Suresh sir, he is taking a class. Still I remember he took a class why rocket science is called rocket science, because we often use the term rocket science for something very difficult. So he took a class on rocket science, and many great veterans in ISRO and space science came there, and I was totally excited to interact with them. But the problem I was facing that I can't understand English that much. I am coming from a Malayalam medium school. I can't speak to them. Even if I understood, I can't speak to them. Sometimes I have to skip some out of the talks. But somehow I managed and I interact with them. That was an amazing experience. Later, when I come back, Kutisa told me I am thinking about setting up a space club in Calicut. So then we started a space club in Calicut. 2016 we conducted a big space camp in Cyber Park. USCC said a cyber park, which is the greatest or the biggest cyber park in Asia under corporate sector. So the cyber park is in Calicut. We set up a space camp. Our chief president of this function, Dr. MC Dattan sir, was there. With all the blessings of the Dattan sir, we started the space club venture. From there, we conducted many space camps. One in Sargalaya Art and Craft Village. There is an art and craft village called Sargalaya in Calicut. It's same like this, almost like this. It's an art and craft village, the first in the country. And later in the university. The university space camp was also a very good experience, a great experience. There we conducted the Mangaliyan, a drama written by Surendra Gunasiri sir and done by the students, girls of the GDHS in Balisheri, from where the Sajid sir is coming. So all this experience, this is a very good experience. You are getting a part of new things. Different speakers are coming from different areas of the space science. And all these were happening, and we are getting good exposures. We are having a good camps and all. But when COVID hit, everything has stopped. So we have to find a remedy to overcome all these problems, because we are all interacting, we have a good company, but when the COVID hit, we can't go outside the home. So Varun came up with a very good invention. Even before the government is thinking about making an online class, he came up with an idea. He said that we can make a Google Meet and we can conduct the classes. Then he came up with one professor from IIA, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, and we conducted the first webinar, and from there we had conducted 60 of the webinars continuously. Every week we have a webinar. Everyone will come in the Saturday. Everyone will be attending the webinar in 3 o'clock, exactly 3 o'clock in the Saturday. And many veterans in many areas, even YBN Krishnamurthy sir was there, Dattan sir was there, many experts in many areas are coming. And the thing is happened is that we started this webinar in space and astrophysics. Later it got diverse to many fields. We talk about astrobiology, biology, astrophysics, cosmology, stellar structures, and many great personalities came. We took special webinars and all. That was a great experience, because a lot of knowledge is coming to us. In every Saturday we are eagerly waiting for a webinar, and almost all topic was very interesting. Every topic was interesting. Many professors, they are experts. Sometimes we can say that they are the global experts of that topics. Some process from NTU, Singapore is coming. Some process from abroad is coming. There are process from ISER, Indian Institute of Science, IITs, and many great scientists from ISR was also coming to take webinars. And that was a great experience. 60 webinars. We can't even think of 60 webinars. With that amount of knowledge is coming and everyone is attending. That was a big success. Still we are going through the webinars. Now it's once in a month, and we have a great experience with the webinar. So when the time is limited, so we are now coming to the context of this space camp. We know we are living in a very lucky time. I reminded of the words of Richard Feynman. He said that we are living in a very lucky time, because now we are living in an age where humans are still making discoveries. So we know that few days ago there is a big discovery happened. We found the supermassive black hole in the center of our galaxy. Even the Horizon Telescope is searching for supermassive black holes for a long time. They had pictured the supermassive black hole, and the first supermassive black hole is pictured in a long ago galaxy. So we know there are supermassive black holes now. The interesting thing is that 1 century ago, when Einstein formulated the theory of general relativity, he thought that no one will come up with an exact solution for his theory, because it's a non-linear equation. So he said himself thought that no one will come up with an exact solution. Exactly 1 year later, a young scientist called Carl Schwarzschild from Germany, he came up with an exact solution for Einstein's equation and field equations, and it happened to be the equation of the black holes. And then Einstein later formed the equations for gravitational waves. Then he thought that no one will going to find these gravitational waves. In his paper himself said that no one is going to find this, because the variations it makes in the space is very tiny, so no one is going to find it. But in 2015 we found the gravitational waves, and one of the scientists, he is leading the Indian team in gravitational waves, came in a talk in the Bangalore space camp, and we have got plenty about the gravitational waves and all. So we are living in a century where even Einstein thought that impossible, we are doing it. We took the photo of the supermassive black hole Sagittarius A in our own galaxy. Now we know that the center of our galaxy is a supermassive black hole. So such an exciting period we are living. So space sector is developing in a whole lot. Now we are going to SpaceX and all companies are going to Mars to colonize their. About one more experience and then I will end my talk. I got a rare opportunity to witness the launch of PSLV C-42. The former chairman of ISRO, Dr. Thiruvananthapuram sir, invited me and one of my friends from Bengaluru. Launch of PSLV C-42. It was an amazing experience, a spectacular experience. We went to Sriharikota, we got a VVIP launch, we sit there, and it's an experience we can talk about in time. So we went there and we got very good experiences from there. And after the launch, me and Kuti sir and Aniket was staying inside Sriharikota. Just below us, Dr. K. Radhakrishnan sir, former director, was staying there. So after former chairman, Dr. K. Radhakrishnan was staying there. So he took us to his room and he talked with us his experience. He shared all his experience almost 4 hours continuously. And he was willing to share us for some more hours, but some of us have to leave the morning, early morning. Otherwise, he could have shared us more experience. And it was an amazing experience. A great person who had made our Mars mission a big success. He is sharing his experience, all lot of experience, his life experiences directly with us. Then LPSC director was coming. He's introducing us to LPSC director and great personalities. And that was an amazing experience. And in the morning, with Kuti sir, we went for a morning walk. So 2 scientists were walking in the sideways. So they are talking to Kuti sir. Then Kuti sir introduced me to them. They are the veterans in their areas. They are the global experts in their areas. So I got excited. Then one scientist, Vedajalan sir, he asked me, do you know how to find the center of a circle given 2 points on the circle? So I thought and I give him an answer. So he got excited. He said that, oh, you are doing some space camp activities. You said that you are doing some space camp activities in Calcutta. I will come to your space camp one day. So we conducted a program for Vedajalan sir in Sargaria Illegal, and he came for the program, and it was an experience, big experience, because he talked about all of the cryogenic systems. He talked with us for 4 hours, and no one got bored. That was an experience. So in the Space Club, we got many experiences. Other than this, we visited PSSC, LPSC and all. We got good dinner, lunch and all. We got a big VVIP treatment everywhere. So Space Club, in Space Club, I can't say that in few words. I can't express how it benefits the students. It benefits in a whole lot of way, in our intellectual way, in social ways. In many ways we got benefited through this Space Club. And we know all of you are here excited to hear our great speakers. So I am not extending my talk anymore. With this, I am concluding. I know you all have a good experience in the next 3 days, and we can wait for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Abhinav. Your passion and experiences are sure to kindle the same enthusiasm in every single student present here today. UN Space Club functions with the support of Asia's largest cooperative society, the Udarangal Labour Contract Cooperative Society Limited. Hence, we are fortunate to have Sri Rameshan Paledi, the chairman of UNCCS, with us today. He chairs the board of all the subsidiaries of UNCCS. Mr. Rameshan has played a crucial role in taking UNCCS to its current success and international stature. Ever since he took over as the chairman of UNCCS in 1995, at the age of 25, he has played a key role in revamping the cooperative society, accelerating its growth and enhancing the meritocracy. He transformed the business group to grow as the #1 infrastructure developer of the state. We happily invite Sri Rameshan Paledi to tell you about the significance of UN Space Club. Sir.
Respected Chair of the UN Partnership, Thiruvananthapuram sir, Member to Chief Minister, Dr. S. Geeta, Program Director, ESC, Dr. Y.V.N. Krishnamurthy sir, Registrar of IST, Kuti sir, our Member, Shajin Master, Outstanding Chiefs of the UN Space Club, parents and students. First of all, I would like to thank these four great personalities from space science and technologies for being part of this mission to nature young minds. On behalf of the youth, I would also like to express my deep gratitude to ESSC and ISSC for collaboration with this camp. നമ്മുടെ സൊസൈറ്റി 1925 രൂപം കൊണ്ടത്. 1925 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തിൽ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസമോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നല്ല ഭക്ഷണമോ പാർപ്പിടമോ ഒന്നുമില്ലാത്തൊരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ അന്ന് ഗുരുദേവൻ ഭദ്രാന്റെ ഗുരുദേവൻ എന്ന ഒരു നവോത്ഥാന നായകനാണ് ഈ പ്രസ്ഥാനത്തിന് തുടക്കം കുറിച്ചത്. അദ്ദേഹം ആശയങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞു പോവല്ലേ ചെയ്തത്. അദ്ദേഹം ചെയ്തത് അന്നത്തെ സാമൂഹിക പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾക്ക് പരിഹാരം തന്നെ തൊഴിൽ കൊടുക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി ഒരു തൊഴിൽശാല. അതാണ് ഇന്നത്തെ ഊരാളുങ്കൽ ലേബർ കോൺട്രാക്ട് കോപ്പറേറ്റീവ് സൊസൈറ്റി. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ അത്രയും പ്രാധാന്യമുണ്ട് വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിന് എന്നതിൽ അന്നൊരു സ്കൂൾ സ്ഥാപിച്ചു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സാമ്പത്തിക പ്രശ്നത്തിന് ഒരു ബാങ്ക് സ്ഥാപിച്ചു. അതാണ് മറ്റുള്ള നവോത്ഥാന നായകരിൽ നിന്ന് വ്യത്യസ്തമായിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഗുരുദേവൻ ചെയ്തു വെച്ചത്. അപ്പൊ അത് അന്ന് വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം നിഷേധിക്കപ്പെട്ടവർക്ക് വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം കൊടുക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഇന്ന് നമ്മളത് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്റെ തുടർച്ചയായിട്ട് ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള കുട്ടികളെ നമുക്ക് അവർക്ക് നിഷേധിക്കപ്പെടുന്ന അവർക്ക് ബുദ്ധിയുണ്ടായിട്ടും കഴിവുണ്ടായിട്ടും അവർ നിഷേധിക്കപ്പെടുന്നവരെ അവർക്ക് എത്തേണ്ട തലങ്ങളിൽ എത്തിക്കുക എന്ന ലക്ഷ്യത്തോടുകൂടിയാണ് എന്റെ തലമുറയും അതിന് മുമ്പത്തെ 2 തലമുറകളും മണ്ണിൽ അധ്വാനിച്ച് പടുത്തുയർത്തിയ ഞങ്ങളുടെ പ്രസ്ഥാനം ഊരാളുങ്കൽ ലേബർ കോൺട്രാക്ട് സൊസൈറ്റി അടുത്ത തലമുറയെ മണ്ണിൽ നിന്ന് വിണ്ണിലേക്ക് ഉയർത്താനുള്ള വലിയ സ്വപ്നമാണ് കാണുന്നത്. തൊഴിലില്ലാത്തവർക്ക് തൊഴിലും മെച്ചപ്പെട്ട ജീവിതവും നൽകാൻ കേരളത്തിന്റെ നവോത്ഥാന നായകൻ പ്രമുഖനായിരുന്ന തിരുവാനന്തപുരത്തിന്റെ മുൻകൈയിലുള്ള മാർഗനിർദ്ദേശത്തിൽ പിറന്നു വളർന്ന ഈ പ്രസ്ഥാനം എക്കാലത്തും കാലത്തിന്റെയും മാറ്റത്തിന്റെയും വിളികേട്ട് ഉണർന്നു പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നതാണ്. കൈകത്താനും വേണ്ട തൊഴിലുടെ കാലം അതിവേഗം മാറുകയാണ്. ശാസ്ത്രവും സാങ്കേതിക വിദ്യയും അധ്വാനഭാരം കുറക്കുവാനും മാത്രം പുതിയ തൊഴിൽ മേഖലകൾ വികസിപ്പിക്കാനും ഒക്കെ വഴിയൊരുക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിനൊത്ത് സ്വയം നവീകരിക്കാൻ നേരത്തെ തന്നെ നിശ്ചയിച്ച പ്രസ്ഥാനമാണ് ഞങ്ങളുടെ സൊസൈറ്റി. അതിലെ അംഗങ്ങളും തൊഴിലാളികളും അടക്കമുള്ള മുഴുവൻ നാട്ടുകാരുടെയും കുട്ടികൾ മികച്ചതും അധികവും
word. Don't allow the mind to divert to any other places, because the mind is a monkey. Without your consent and permission, it will fly out from your body any time outside. You feel it, be aware of it. The moment it goes, you be aware of it, and then you understand it has gone. The monkey has gone by me, and I am not listening to any of the things. Not a single moment you should lose it. Attain a status of full-mindedness, that is the full concentration. That requires an effort. Because these 3 days, the people who you are going to interact are rich reserve of knowledge in different fields. Not only that, you also learn many things. The nature, the way of talk, the communication style, the humbleness of the people in spite of having great abundance of knowledge. How they behave. And how they help you to understand the things. That is the purpose of this 4 days camp. Now the Space Club, though it is a name given Space Club, it is for learning the universe. The more and more we learn about the universe, the more we understand, more are to be again, to be as Abhinand has told, every day there is some new news are coming about the hidden areas of the universe, like the black hole which has come recently. So, Space Club means not connected with astronauts, rockets, satellites alone. It is a total life science. While welcoming Kuti sir has given me a book, The Web of Life in Our Earth. The Web of Life in Our Earth. The most interesting subject. Living planet. Living planet means ours is the only planet where we can live. As per the information, there is no other planet or heavenly body where life system is available. So that's why I am telling you, life science is the most important thing. Here in this beautiful auditorium, well constructed and arranged and decorated with beautiful ambience and comfort levels, you may enjoy it. But don't restrict to inside. See outside how much more beautiful it is. The ambience, the nature, the plants, the flowers of different colors. How beautifully UNCC has made it, in a very pleasing ambience. That is the life. That life system, the natural given life system is to be maintained. Why I am telling this is, due to the very fast growth of science, technology, engineering and everything, day by day our comfort level is multiplying by looting and abusing the nature. And the indications have started to coming now, we are going to suffer. The life system itself is in danger. That should be known to all the people when we are enjoying the lecture. This hall itself is an over lecture of energy consumption. The moment we feel it, we will feel like sitting in the garden and enjoying the system. Slowly people are picking it up now. So be aware of all these kind of system and make use of the contacts and company you have with your friends from different schools, different regions. Note down their address and contact, maintain it. Make an excellent relation with them. And while you leave the campus, carry that memory of what are things you have learned from here during the short period. Anyway, you are going to see the visit. The Space Museum at Tumba and the various technical scientific laboratories at Institute of Space Technology at Yamala. You are going to see it and carry and keep a diary and note down all important points so that later you can recollect. You can scroll over and recollect the things. So carry with you the excellent relation and the friendship you could gather in this period. And lastly, keep a gratitude of ULCCS, the world-class labor society, uncomparable to any other society. The culture they have developed, the amount of help and contribution they are doing for the welfare of the society, especially to uplift the unprivileged classes of our society. Keep a piece of gratitude about ULCCS. Wherever you happen to listen and read ULCCS, just remember a great society maintaining all these things, and they are responsible for giving us to these particular benefits. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Thiruvananthapuram sir. But before you may have your seat, may I please request you to launch the most awaited third edition of US Space Club's half-yearly magazine, The Stellar Chronicle. We have a short promo video that we would like to show you. Please. Everybody may kindly please keep your attention on the screen.
Varun, how it is being released?
We have a small promo video, sir, then we will officially release it.
But what is the role to be played by Datan sir?
Let's announce the launch of Max.
I am extremely happy to declare that the third edition of the Stellar online magazine is released. I also want to add one more thing. Timing is very important, especially for rocket scientists, there is no compromise on timing. The program was lagging more than 5 minutes. I made it up. I made it up by reducing my talk by 6 minutes, and exactly by 10:45, I finished it. Now the remaining people, please keep it up so that 11:30 we are closing.
Thank you so much.
Actually, Datan sir has been warning us repeatedly that we should keep up the timing. So when he closed, I looked at my time, 10:45 exactly.
As space science and technology enthusiasts, the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, is 100% a dream institution for all of us. UN Space Club has been extremely fortunate to go hand in hand with IISc, and the resources that they have provided us and keep providing have enabled us to quench the thirst of thousands of young students throughout the state of Kerala. We are humbled with the presence of Dr. Vaidini Krishnamurthy, the professor and registrar at IISc, as our chief guest today, who has been instrumental in our association with IISc. We heartily welcome you, sir, for the chief guest address. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Datanji,
and Geeta Madam, and especially Sri Ramesan, the chairman of ULCCS, our friend Kutti sir, my senior, and also the young friends here, Abhinandan, and also Marinu, Jalila, and also we are expecting Arya Raj, who also will be here with us, and friends who are there of ULCS Space Club, because I've seen many people from different walks of the life helping this particular club to do activities of different nature from different walks of life. One, I should compliment first of all the ULCS CCS Limited to give all the support to Sri Kutti sir and Mr. Sajil Master to take up activities, and they in turn giving the baton to the young friends, Varun and other colleagues, to take up activities on their own. So there is the freedom which has been given for them to select the people whom they want to invite and then to take. This is a nice opportunity which has been created. See, this is what is called an ecosystem. A beautiful ecosystem has been brought in where how to identify people, giving them a baton to walk ahead, lead ahead, and give opportunities for all the young friends who are all here, part of a program where we are all offline. And this is one of the best facilities which you are all trying to enjoy and be here and put it through for the next 3 days. But I would also request you all to, as our president of this function, Dr. Sri Dattanji has mentioned about observing things. This is one of the important things. One is creating opportunities. The UN Space Club has given you an opportunity to have the audience or having inspiring talks of many people. But how do you convert this opportunity by observing things? Because most of us, either we read or we can observe. Most of the things we may not have an opportunity to read, but we need to observe things in a much better way. And then how do we understand things? That's most important, whether we are having the willing to understand. See, this is most important in whether we are willing to understand certain things which we are being taught. Unless we observe with a lot of focus, it may not happen. And the second is well understand. Anything, whatever is there, better to well understand than we just read it and then forget it. So this is the camps which actually gives you this opportunity to well understand a particular subject and then how to go ahead in applications. See, most of my experience is I didn't have much opportunity to read various subjects because I came from earth sciences, but I was put into different domains of handling in administration and management and things like that. So then there's no other way but to observe things, observe people, how they speak, what is the context in which they are presenting. Or many a time here when I come to Kerala also, most of the people speak in Malayalam. So how do I catch up and understand Malayalam? That's also a challenge. So unless you observe what is the context. Now I found most of the words in Malayalam are all Sanskrit words, and Sanskrit words are there in Telugu too. So it's easy for me to follow most of the language whenever people speak, converse on a certain context base, we can pick it up. So these all how do we learn by ourselves, and I do know you're all visiting IASC. So few tips I will give you when you visit IASC. In fact, this fortnight or the next 1 month, because one is they selected from people like you, all from this region, from courtesy ULCSS, and also from your. We have another program of ISRO which selected from all over the country, and there is an NGO called Agastya which also is bringing students for 2-3 weeks to IASC. They are coming from all over the country. They are all highly enabled children like how you are from the region. So they're going to stay in our campus and then to learn and understand things. So why we are all doing all this? Because as Dattan sir told, the things are going to change very fast. One is you all seen pandemic. Okay, constraint, where we are not able to move out of places. Then we are seeing a war which is going happening. And also geopolitics, how things are changing. And also there's a lot of uncertainties are happening. Unrest is there in the people. And there are so many things which is happening in and around. You may be knowing, you may be reading or coming to know through your parents or through the newspapers. that means the things are not going to be that great in terms of understandings. That's where, as elders, we all feel that you are the future. So you should understand what is life, how things has to, and how to move ahead, how to be useful to things. See, as young boys and girls, everyone may have ambitions, okay? Abhinandan also talked about black holes, exploring into the space, knowing unknown, knowing things which are not known previously, or there are uncertainties which are there, how to solve. These are all great things. But how do we use it back for the benefit of the people? Because first of all, we all have to survive. Because if you have got in an aircraft, that's when you'll realize when you have a problem, the first thing is the mask, oxygen mask, which is asked to the parent to be kept, and then look at the chain. So if you don't survive, you cannot make others to happen what happens in and around you. So this is where we should be very clear in understanding how well we understand things, and then how do we network. See, this is the most important thing in life is networking. Why Dr. Sri Kutiji has taken you to different people, that's what Abhinandan has mentioned. When you come like this, you have to network yourself. Network with seniors, network with peers, network with colleagues who are, or the people who are there. And please understand that we learn from everyone. It's not that only we learn from books or we learn from seniors. No, we learn from our youngsters. Also we do learn. One of the learning experience which I had, being part of ULCS for a long time, is Arya Raj's talk. See, with all the constraints, maybe I am also eagerly here to meet her. With all the constraints what she had, the talk she gave on opportunities for looking for life elsewhere. See, that's a fantastic talk I have never heard anywhere. I have seen, because in my career I have went across the globe, I heard very senior people, very experts to talk. But in the shortest time, the way she explained and showed that there is life, and then we should explore finding this life, is something unique. Normally we always blame on something, but she doesn't blame on anything. She has her own constraints, but with all that she converted into strength and look forward. See, this is where we all get motivated in life. It is not that motivation comes very young in life. It can happen at different phases of life, how we can look forward in future. That's what I look at her, that how we can learn things even with all the constraints, and in her expression, she used to stress certain words which are very, very important in the subject what she is speaking. Please understand this. While you are speaking, when you are communicating, which is that word which has to impact. See, Abhinandan also was asked about impact about the UL space club what we are having. So whenever you are expressing, when you are communicating, how to effectively use our own way of communication to others, this also becomes very important. See, we all would like to do many things in life, but we all should be very clear what is the purpose of our life and how do we effectively use for the purpose. And if you want to achieve it, it doesn't happen overnight, because we are in a democratic system. Please understand. I want something, it doesn't happen in the same way. So we need to pursue. So we should have perseverance of life. Which one you select, it's up to you. And whenever you go to IIST, please ask for the details. Because there you will see from VSSC you will see huge ones, but in IIST you will see everything does the same, but miniaturized, very small. Okay, miniaturized on how to detect early detection of cancer, or how to have the air circulation, and how to detect the different gases in a crew module in a Gaganyaan program. So there are different things which will be happening. So please ask what is the difference it makes. When I miniaturize, what happens to the material? So the materials what we use in the bigger systems and what materials we use in the miniature system, the things are totally different. So actually the materials are going to make a lot of change into the huge systems what we are making into miniaturized one, and how effectively we can use with less energy or no energy when we have to use cellulars as a certain of detection. And from all the variations which is happening, what I look forward for all of you is you have greatest opportunities which has never been there. And you are the people who has to select those opportunities and take it forward with the step what the Space Club is giving you. And I have no doubts you all will be one of the best people solving many issues and problems and making our country great. Thank you once again, sir, for giving me this opportunity to be amongst you and share a few words of thought, what I thought is relevant, and maybe when you come to our institute, maybe I'll also join you there to answer some of the questions which you have at the time. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much for the words and your continuous enthusiasm for helping us Sri Vaidyan Krishnamurthy sir. For this jam session, we have Dr. S. Geeta for the inauguration. She is currently the Program Director, Space Transportation System, VSSC Thiruvananthapuram, responsible for all the operational satellite launch vehicle programs of ISRO. She is responsible for mission design and planning, realization of hardware, guidance, control and simulation, and structural analysis for the PSLV and GSLV projects. Under her leadership, designs and systems were flight proven in 31 flights of PSLV and 9 flights of GSLV. She is credited to be the first lady associate project director of a launch vehicle project. She is also involved in the design of digital autopilot for GSLV Mark III and also for the RLV-TV. She was conferred Suman Sharma Award 2008 for outstanding contribution as a woman engineer instituted by NDRF-IEI. Aerospace Engineering Division Prize by IEI, Best Woman Scientist Award 2017 by ASI and ISRO, and ISRO Merit Award 2018 are also the golden feathers on her career. Kindly, we invite you for the inauguration of US Space Jam 2022. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning. Most respected Ratan sir, Mentor Science to Chief Minister of Kerala, Sri E.K. Kutty sir, founder and mentor, UL Space Club, Sri Vaidyan Krishnamurthy sir, professor and registrar IAST, Sri Paveli Rameshan, chairman ULCCS Limited, other dignitaries on and off the dais. Once again, a very good morning to all of you. First of all, let me take this opportunity to thank the organizers in giving me an occasion to share the dais with my own Guru, Sri Ratan sir, who is presiding today's function in a very beautiful place of Kerala, Arts and Crafts Village, Vellam. After a very elaborate narrative and exciting talk by two of my seniors, I will stick on to my present duty of inauguration of Space Camp. About the Space Camp and US Space Club, Sri E.K. Kutty sir and Abhinand has given nice introduction, purpose, how to go about, etc., etc. Hence, I am not going to dwell upon the requirement, etc., of a Space Club results and its results, requirement, etc. Sri E.K. Kutty sir, when called me and requested me to give a motivational talk as part of my inaugural address, I thought I will share some of my experience in childhood days, though I am not a motivational speaker. Actually, I never thought of becoming an engineer in ISRO. Rather, I like the job of teacher or professor in engineering college because teaching is a pleasant experience and mingling with youngsters make us happy and keep us young. In fact, I was there in the selection list of Faculty of Engineering College, but I didn't join since I have already joined in VSSC. In everybody's life, there is a signpost. That means it shows your way. Don't miss that. Then, how do you do that? Here comes the responsibility. You have to study with utmost sincerity and passion, which will definitely help you to reach very high level. That is what my experience shows. I did my schooling in a government school in Vatiyurka, near to my house, with Malayalam as the medium of instruction. It was one of the big schools in Thiruvananthapuram in terms of number of students, but in terms of the facility, it was very poor. Even we were not having benches to sit. Each class was provided with a bench, and the students in each row sit on that bench on a rotation basis. Though the students' school strength was about very large, there were very few who got more than 75% mark in SSLC. Though it appeared to me little bit difficult in pre-degree due to my change of language from Malayalam to English, I never faced any issue in my engineering courses or even in VSSC in communicating properly in meetings and presentations. I wanted to tell you this because your schooling or language or place will be immaterial to you if you have a definite will. I did my BTech in College of Engineering, Trivandrum, and MTech in Control Systems from the same college. During my MTech, I was very much interested in nonlinear control, and I thought of doing my thesis in nonlinear control. During that time, 1985 to 87, the nonlinear control theory and applications were evolving only. Though I was interested in doing my thesis in nonlinear control, my professor, Dr. K. A. Muralidharan at that time, discouraged me and advised that being a very good student, sir wanted to complete my thesis because getting good results at nonlinear control at that time was very difficult because of the references were very few. But when I got an opportunity to select the topic of my PhD in engineering, I have taken advanced nonlinear control as my topic and did a number of nonlinear methods for the design of launch vehicles, aircraft and satellites. Why I brought this point to you is that if you have a constant will and a wish and you have a dedication, it will automatically come to you in a way or the other. That is why I could do PhD in nonlinear control. The passion and affinity towards work made us a part of Indian space program 24/7. Thus, the passion, dedication and affinity of our engineers and scientists is the result of ISRO's success. Hence, whatever you do, whether it is an assignment or an experiment or an article, please do it with passion. If you have a passion, hard work automatically comes or unknowingly comes. If you ask me, hard work had helped me in reaching to this level in VSSC. When I was going through the Japanese philosophy, Ikigai, out of 10 rules, the one most attractive for you is live in the moment, as everybody told. Stop regretting the past and fearing the future. Today is all you have. Dear friends, channelize your positive energy and attitude in nurturing your dreams to solve the real world problems through creativity and creative thinking. You should never give up attitude. Your work will be giving to be the last part of your life. That is what you wanted to have the career. You have to find out what you love and love what you do. Wishing you all the very best for the Space Club and related activities and also the organizers. Wishing you all the very best for your career and the studies. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we welcome Nujalila. Nujalila. She is a winner of Youth with Disability Award presented by Government of Kerala and an awardee of Eastern Bhumika Award. I welcome Geeta ma'am to present her window. Ma'am.
No.
Next, Sharada JJ, an NTC scholar and tutor and was a fellow of Niyatu Magan position. He received numerous recognitions and his studies. He participated and won first in state level Gwenda Shastramela, Max Puzzle and an 8th grade in South India. Geeta ma'am, I welcome Adi on the behalf of childhood to receive his memento. And I welcome Vidaman to present his memento. Thank you, ma'am.
Respected everyone on and off the dais, I really feel lucky to share the stage here and see all of you because I never expected that I would be able to come here today. And I think Kuti sir has played a really important role in my life, like what Abhinand has told me. Years back when I met Kuti sir, he has introduced me to many people, and that has showed me a new, a horizon of opportunities and all that. And apart from all that, what I believe is in my strength, because it should not be the situation or the materialistic things that should decide your strength or ability. I was born with all 4 limb deficiency, and that means I don't have hands and feet, and I walk with the help of artificial limbs. But never have I felt bad or even cursed my disability, because I firmly believe that it was my different ability that made me understand how strong and capable I am. And still I go forward with that, and my parents and my sister, my teachers, and there are so many people who keep supporting me. And it's only because the confidence and the trust in myself that I could achieve even more heights, and still that I am able to achieve more of my dreams and to dream more. There used to be some times when we feel down and we won't be able to make it up. But the only thing we should keep in mind is that only if we stop trying, we will fail. Otherwise, if we keep on doing and if we keep on making us better, and we will be able to achieve more and more dreams, and our dreams will become a big reality after. And thank you so much for having me, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Next, I welcome Master Bharat Sujit. He is a Yale Space Club Student Fellow, one of the very first members who nurtured the Space Club activities. He is an NPSC scholar and an excited user. Moreover, an amateur singer, he is also a well-known star singer. He participated and won first position in Kerala Gandhashastra Mela State Level Max Special. Due to his passion in science, he represented Kerala State at Vidyarthi Vigyan Mandan 2017 held at IIT Delhi. I welcome Master Bharat Sujit. And I welcome Vaidyanatha Krishnamurthy sir to present his memento.
Respected dignitaries, on and off the dais, friends. I'm extremely happy to have been able to receive something like this on behalf of the club which has made me who I am today. In fact, I don't personally believe that whatever I have done has anything to do or match with the stuff that people like Arya and you and even my friend and their brother Abhinand has achieved in their lives. the things that they have done and the magnitude of the success that they have had in their life is so much higher than what I have done. In fact, I am extremely honored and happy to have been able to receive something like this along with people like them and from a person like Dr. Vaidyan Krishnamurthy, whom I extremely admire and happy to have been able to associate with him. Thank you so much, your space, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Next, I welcome Ms. Arya Raj. Before welcoming her, I would like to speak some words about her. She is a girl that out of challenges of cerebral palsy. She faced all challenges with a pleasant smile and performed excellently in academically, SSLC and higher secondary full score. Now she is joined at ISOTENIA in the history of India, a girl with cerebral palsy. She joined this Premier Institute of India with a dream to become an astrobiologist. Now USCCS supports her university students. I welcome Ms. Arya Raj and I welcome Datan sir to present her momentum.
അവിടെ തന്നെ ഇരുന്നോട്ടെ, അവിടെ തന്നെ ഇരുന്നോട്ടെ, വരും. വീഡിയോ എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട് അവിടുന്ന്. അപ്പോൾ നേരെ മുമ്പിലാണ് കാണാം, താഴ്ന്നു നിന്നാണ്.
എന്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട കൂട്ടുകാരെ, രക്ഷിതാക്കളെ,